Where are all the affordable homes in Sugar Land? If that's what you're wondering, then stick around. So if you're in the market for an affordable house, then this video is going to be perfect for you because I'm going to go over some of the best neighborhoods that have affordable homes still. Now, when I say affordable, I'm talking about homes that are on the lower end of the average for Houston. Houston's been ranging between about $400,000 and $430,000 for the average sales price for the past couple years. So in this video, I'm going to say anything $400,000 or less is going to be an affordable home. Now that still may be above your budget, but it's going to give you a better idea of some of these different neighborhoods. The next thing is that I organize them based on what high school they're zoned to in general. So I started out with the highest rated high school and worked my way down to the lower ratings for these high schools. Many people move to Sugar Land because the schools are so great. But if that's not important to you, then you can just click the link below and I'll have a search for all affordable houses under $400,000. And if you're not familiar with how to get to the description, you can just go ahead, click the more button, and that will open up all the information in the description. Or if you're on a mobile device, then just click that little triangle. All right, well, let's get started. First, I want to start out with a map of Sugar Land. All right, so take a look at this crudely drawn map of the city outline of Sugar Land. You can see where the outlines are in general. It's not 100% accurate, but just kind of give you an idea. Now, I'll be zooming in and out of this map to kind of let you know like where Sugar Land is and some of the major roadways. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so our first area will be in this red box here, right by I-69 and Highway 6. And we're gonna zoom in, and this will be neighborhoods that are zoned to Clements High School. So these neighborhoods are zoned to Clements High School, which is one of the most highly rated high schools in the Sugar Land area. It is kind of south of Highway 6 here, just also, it kind of goes into over here, but it's all this area like right over here. So this is not exact, but it's a kind of a general outline of where the Clements High School boundaries are. So a couple of these neighborhoods, Colony Grant, Colony Bend, Woodstream, Colony Park. A lot of these homes, neighborhoods will be part of First Colony, hence all the colonies. But then Chimney Stone, Austin Park, and Settlers Park, particularly Chimney Stone, got flooded pretty hard during Hurricane Harvey. I have clients that want to stay away from flooded houses, and I totally get that. But then some are like, hey, I want a flooded house because it was fully redone, and it's all updated, and it's zoned to good schools, and I don't have to do a whole lot. So there are definitely some things we can do to make sure that remodel was done as best as possible, and to check to see the moisture and mold levels. So if that's something you're interested in, we can explore that. But for the most part, people prefer to stay away from flooded houses just because it's no fun having all your stuff flooded. So if that's not a neighborhood you like to consider, I would say, okay, cross out Chimney Stone, but these are some great neighborhoods. And a lot of these homes were built in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. But for the most part, you'll see most of the houses in the 80s. All right, so back to the map of Sugar Land. This next area in the red box is on the southeastern part of Sugar Land, and we're gonna dive into that. And these are homes that are zoned to Ridgepoint High School. Now, most of these homes are actually in Sienna. There are some that are not in Sienna that are zoned to Ridgepoint, but many of the homes here you can find in the 300,000s, maybe even a couple still, some older homes in the 200,000s. So that's why I really like Sienna. They have just something for everybody. And Ridgepoint High School, I'd say, is just a hair underneath the quality of Clements. So it is, too, is a highly rated high school. All right, so that's Ridgepoint High School. Moving back to our map of Sugar Land, we'll be on the southwestern parts here. And these will cover some really great neighborhoods. My favorite here is Greatwood. This right over here is Greatwood. And it didn't really flood during Hurricane Harvey, but a couple homes kind of in the back, closer to the Brazos River did. So again, just kind of be careful if you want to stay away from the flooded houses. Now, a lot of the homes will be above the 400,000 price range, but you still can find some in the 300,000s. So if you can, I definitely recommend that because it is so close to I-69, lots of great shopping, and again, highly rated high school here. The other neighborhood that I really like is Canyon Gate at the Brazos. So there's like two little sections right here, one over there and one right there. It is a gated neighborhood, so you will have a little bit higher HOA fees, but it is right off the highway, so you have great access there. And next we have three other ones, Bondbrook Plantation, Walnut Bend, and Stone Creek Estates. And I'll talk a little bit more about those a little bit later, but these are some of the top neighborhoods considered if you're looking for affordable homes kind of in the southwestern parts of Sugar Land, kind of Richmond, Rosenberg Rosenberg area. So moving back to the map of Sugar Land, we're gonna look a little further northwest to some of these other great neighborhoods. There are two great neighborhoods that I really like, and these are all zoned to Austin High School, by the way. New Territory and Stratford Park Village. So New Territory is right around here. And then Stratford Park Village, it's a really smaller neighborhood right up there. So I really like New Territory. You're gonna have a lot more options for homes. A lot of these will be in the 80s, 90s, and a few in the early 2000s that will fit the budget under 400,000. But again, you will find some very nice houses, 400 plus. In Stratford Park, it's a smaller community, so you won't find a ton of homes there, but I still kind of really like the neighborhood, so I wanted to put it on here just to kind of give you a few more other options here if you want to be zoned to Austin High School. Okay, next, now we're going back to southeast into Missouri City. All right, and so this area, homes are zoned to Elkins High School. Now, Elkins High School is a good school, but again, just not as highly rated as some of these other ones. But again, you can get a lot more bang for your buck if you look over here, and particularly schools are not important to you. One of my favorites here that is a little more unique is Quail Valley. Now, there are some areas of Quail Valley that are a little bit sketch, so you might wanna kind of be careful. But as you get kind of closer to Glen Lake over here, particularly right along the golf course, it's gonna be a better area. You'll find some bigger houses, usually a little bit larger lots. And these homes were built in the 70s and 80s for the most part. So you will have some unique styles of houses, sometimes a little funky, sometimes a little weird, but they're not all cookie cutter. And so if you want something that's not cookie cutter with mature trees and nice neighborhood feel, then Quail Valley could be a good fit for you. Next neighborhood is Lake Olympia. I like Lake Olympia a lot, but most of the houses will not be affordable. They'll be in the upper price range because they have some larger houses. But there are two sections that tend to have some more affordable homes, and that's kind of here in the southern part. Oyster Creek Village at Lake Olympia and Pearl Point at Lake Olympia. And so I do like these here. Again, great access to Highway 6, but a little bit more of a commute to get to I-69. But otherwise, it's a good opportunity or something to consider. And the other two neighborhoods that are zoned to Elkins High School that I like are Lake Colony up here and Heritage Colony. Now, these are on the southwestern part of Highway 6, but great neighborhoods as well. Okay, going back to the heart of Sugar Land, right at I-69 and Highway 6, we're looking at neighborhoods zoned to Dulles High School. Okay, let's start with Sugar Creek. Now, Sugar Creek is up here, and it is a big community with a golf course running through it. Now, a lot of these homes will be out of the budget, but you still can find some homes that are affordable, kind of in that upper part right up here. Not a lot, but again, you'll find some homes that are affordable right there, and most of these homes were built kind of 70s, 80s, and 90s. The other ones that I like are the Highlands, and then all the Lexington ones, the Lexington Colony, Lexington Settlement, Lexington Square, Lexington Point. And so you will find some nice homes here. These homes will be a little bit newer than Sugar Creek and give you some more options if you want to be a little bit closer to I-69 and Highway 6. Now, some of these plantation neighborhoods, Plantation Bend, Plantation Creek, and Magnolia Plantation, there's not a ton of homes under 400,000, but you'll get a few every now and then. I do like the location here. So it's just something to consider if you see something pop up, might be worth looking at. All right, I'm gonna go over my favorite neighborhoods for newer and even brand new homes right now. And I'm gonna start out with my number one, and these are all kind of on the southern part of Sugar Land. So I love Sienna because it just has so many different styles of houses and price points, and obviously great amenities. And I went into detail in other videos, so definitely check those out in the playlist above. But I love that they have some really great houses and they're zoned to some awesome schools. So Sienna would be my top choice. But again, you have to be able to handle the commute to, if you need to get to Beltway 8 or I-69, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but the tollway is gonna help out. So Sienna would be number one. My second favorite neighborhood is Bonnebrook Plantation. Now these homes are a little bit older. You won't be able to buy a brand new house with this neighborhood because the homes were built from about 2007 through 2021. So a lot of newer houses, zoned to some really good schools, George Ranch High School. So homes priced from 300 to 400 in Bonnebrook Plantation are plentiful, so you can find some great houses that are newer. So the next neighborhood is Stone Creek Estates. Now, I like Stone Creek Estates a lot because they're still building brand new houses in it. It's a larger neighborhood. They have a variety of different home styles and builders, and it's pretty close to I-69, along with some highly rated schools. So a lot of great things going on for Stone Creek Estates. So be sure to check out any active inventory in the link below. And the fourth neighborhood that I really like is Post Oak Point. Now it is a smaller neighborhood and there won't be a ton of homes available, but you will find some homes in the upper 200s. So that's why I wanted to add it to the list, because some people need to find homes under 300, and this might be one to check out. And here are a few other bonus neighborhoods that have new and newer homes. T. Barnett, Glendale Lakes, and Caldwell Ranch all have new and newer homes. They're still in Fort Bend ISD, but they're on the far eastern stretch of Fort Bend ISD. So some of the schools will be good, some will not be as good, but you can get some really affordable houses, you know, from the mid 200s, you know, on up. So you have a lot more options over here, but again, you have to just make sure the commute works for you. So if you want to check out any current inventory for affordable houses, again, check out the description below. And I also even have a link for homes that are brand new or being built. So check those out in the description. And if you need help buying or renting one of these great homes, feel free to reach out. My information's on the screen. I'd love to help you and be part of your home buying journey. And if you haven't watched some of my other Sugarland videos, be sure to check out this one next.